Hello, and welcome to another day of thriving in these uncertain times. Um, I wanted to talk today about some of the things that I'm witnessing that I would like to clear up because there are some misunderstandings that is feeding the fear of this experience, as well as share some tips for thriving as we go forward in the next few weeks and we choose as a society to actually thrive. So, for you epic sensitives, I'm well aware that the energy on this planet is super intense. So, every tool and skill that you have for keeping yourself centered is really important right now. And that you focus on that so that you're taking time every single day, if not every single hour, to shore yourself up as we face into what is going on this planet. Your being healthy and strong is of vital importance to your success. So choose to increase the amount of time you spend in doing your healing work for yourself, doing things that increase your positive energy. Do things that bring you balance, bring you peace, bring you comfort. Do that. So the one main important thing that I wanted to talk about today that I want to clear up is this theory of social isolation. I'm putting my hand up by my mouth. I'm well aware that the rules around this illness is not put your hand on your face, but I'm doing that because I have a mic on and it's windy out here, and so I'm trying to buffet the wind. So anyway, social isolation, let's talk about that. They recommend social isolation to slow down the spread of the illness that is on the planet right now. My friends, this isn't the zombie apocalypse. It's not radioactive energy. This is a virus, and like my daughter was telling me yesterday, viruses are not living organisms and they're not alive, but we talk about it as though they are alive. So social isolation means choosing to stay away from large crowds of people where you cannot be certain about the level of cleanliness or the level of sterilization of the space. So in your own home, you have complete control over how clean your surfaces are and how often you wash your hands and how often your guests wash your hands. So increase that. Have your guests wash their hands as soon as they come in the house. Wash your hands frequently, especially after going to the bathroom and before cooking meals. These are normal sanitization practices that people are being reminded of these days. We've kind of gotten lazy. So social isolation does not mean you have to lock yourself in the house and board up your windows. It means be prepared, be thoughtful, be aware as you interact with people. And I believe in this specific situation that isolating yourself and locking yourself in the house is actually one of the most dangerous aspects of this illness, because humans need human contact, and we go stir crazy if we're stuck in a space, locked in, not able to feel fresh air in the sun or other humans. And it's that frenzy that is on the planet right now that many of the epic sensitives are wanting to isolate themselves from. So they're locking themselves up in the house to get away from the crazy. But that's not necessarily the healthiest plan. Choose to bring into your home or go into other people's homes with people who you know well, who you can identify that they have a clean atmosphere and that they're practicing sanitary health practices. It's as simple as that. So that's what I wanted to clear up, is this social isolation. It doesn't have to be a lockdown. And if you're choosing to go into lockdown because you are of the small percentage of humans that could die from this, or you live with someone that is, and so you're choosing social isolation, make sure that you're filling your time with stuff that uplifts your mind and feeds your peace and your joy and your love. Make sure you're laughing. Make sure that you are avoiding things that shock your system, that you are limiting the time that you're spending reading the news or watching the news, that you are being informed without being shocked. There's a very big difference. So if you have to be in isolation, make sure you're feeding your system with things that light you up. And so here are the tips for thriving during this time. Everyone, we are not having a zombie apocalypse. We are not experiencing a radioactive or thermonuclear war. There are not things in the general air out here that will cause you to die. So get outside, feel the wind and the sun on your skin. Your body needs it. Your spirit needs it. Also, even if you're not in social isolation, make sure that you're choosing wisely what you're allowing into your space, whether it's humans or information. Make sure you're verifying all your sources. Some of the sources out there are not credible, like Onion. Onion isn't a credible news source. So Wikipedia is also not necessarily a credible news source. Make sure you're checking your news sources. Also, this is sadly, it's a trending thing right now. Sometimes trending fads take on a life of their own, and inside that life there is a lot of falsehoods. So follow your intuition. Question everything. Question everything. Question everything. And allow yourself to lead with love. Remember to breathe. Even if you're wearing a mask, remind yourself to breathe. If you get sick, study up on what the symptoms are of this illness that's going around the globe right now versus a cold, versus the flu, versus anything else. Make sure you know what it is that you're sick with before you go into the doctors. The hospitals and the doctors are overwhelmed right now with panic, people in panic. So choose to educate yourself about what's really possible. Also, as often as possible, be compassionate, kind, and loving. We are all in this together, and we get through this together. Increase your kindness, increase your compassion, increase your love for humanity, and choose to be that. Choose to be the light of love, because that's what we need. And you have the capacity to change it, to change your experience by shifting how you're focusing. I love you so much. Thank you for sharing these videos that I'm sharing and for reaching out behind the scenes. If you have any questions or anything that you need to get off your chest, please reach out and let's set up a time to get on the phone and talk so that you can have the support you need to move through this experience, through these uncertain times, and into thriving and joyfulness. I love you so much. Create yourself a beautiful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.